A very Sunday good afternoon to everyone who is watching us today. We are live with our Tier 3 boys today at the USA circuit. And today, as usual, I have Deepak Raj with me in the commentary box. So, how is it going, Deepak?
Yeah, well, it's a good Sunday. We've got some good events lined up, so yep, let's just get on with it.
Do you think that finally our Tier 3 boys will not get any more rain?
Well, I pray that they have a proper dry section. Let's hope so. Fingers crossed.
Well, that's all we can do. We can hope that it does not rain, but without delaying it too much, let's just head over to the track video followed by a hot lap around the circuit here at Austin, Texas.
Welcome to the Circuit of the Americas, one of Herman Tilke's finest creations. Down here in Austin, Texas, driving pleasure is only matched with the excitement of close racing. The circuit is particularly unique in terms of its elevation changes, cambered corners, and sometimes off-cambered corners. Going wheel to wheel with drivers here is particularly difficult given how hard is it to follow a car through the dirty air. So we'll see drivers here pushing their skill to the maximum.
Onboard Maranello Baby for a lap around the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas, USA. Now onto the lap. Now we're on the main straight, leading up to the very tricky uphill left of turn 1. Very tricky to get the braking right as well as lay down the power. Leading up to the flat out right of turn 2. Now onto the flat out left left of turn 3, 4, 5. Leading up to the long right of turn 6 where you need to slingshot your car into the left hand king of turn 7. Going and you need to set your car up for the right left of turn 8 and 9 and over the left king of turn 10. Now heading into turn 11, a very hard braking zone which leads up to the long back straight, which is very crucial for overtaking, and this is one of the prime overtaking spots on the track, especially considering that this does lead up to the hard braking zone of turn 12. Now coming into turn 12, braking hard, cutting as much of the inside curb as possible, going wide to maximize your traction. Now going as wide as possible into the right hander of turn 13 and 14, and coming into 14, which is a small left-hander, and into turn 15, this is possibly one of the most trickiest traction zones in the entire calendar. So the multi-apex corners of turn 16, 17, 18, where you hug the inside and minimize your distance. Into the high-speed left of turn 19, where you attack the inside and go out wide. And into the final corner of lap 20, very tricky to get to your line as well as your traction right. And over the line, that is a lap around the Circuit of the Americas by our very own Maranello Baby.
Okay, that was a brilliant lap around USA by our very own Maranello Baby. He is known to love this track a lot, and that's why you see his face whenever we are talking about USA circuit. But nevertheless, we all enjoy this circuit, especially because of the flowy nature of the circuit, and it does provide you a lot of ample, you know, places to make a move on and overtake people. So we'll just jump onto the session, and hopefully our drivers won't have a wet race. Maybe let's see what the drivers have for them for today's race.
Oh, finally. Thank God.
Yeah, okay, so
So you got a cloudy quali, but a proper dry race. So
yes. So finally, some good, juju for our tier 3 boys. Meanwhile, can you just have a look at the stream and let me know if everything is working fine? If you are able to notice some lag or something like that. Till then, I will.
it all looks good.
Yes. So we'll get back. Please keep us notified if you feel any, glitches in the lobby. And yes, as someone mentioned that no full grid, but don't worry, within 2 minutes we will have one more of our reserves join into the session and we will have a full grid. So yes, so as we wait for people to start their cars and go out. We do have one or two new people, if I'm not mistaken, who are joining us today for the very first time racing with us. I think Akash and Panther OP are they both are neighbors in real life as far as I know. But yeah, it's the first race for Panther OP. Akash, it is the second race for him. Apart from that, I think no one else is new for just today's race. But yeah, we do have 19 drivers racing today. Surprisingly, we don't have a full grid. I'm not sure who did not. So some two people were not able to attend even after marking attendance. I'm not sure who that other person is, but we'll soon get to know. Anyways, if anyone else wants to join in from Tier 3, they can join into this lobby. But as we see a lot of drivers cutting the full track, I'm not sure why, but it seems like the gamma on my screen is too low, if I'm not wrong. I'm not able to see anything on my screen right now.
Oh, well, another thing is the
Yes.
session is a cloudy session, so it's going to be a bit dark.
Yeah, but I increased the gamma and now it's much more bright. But yeah, it was the gamma issue. Okay, a lot of drivers have gone out. Let me just bring up all the details so that our every one of you can have a look on what our drivers are doing right now. What do you expect from this, Deepak? We never talked about strategy on this track. What do you expect regarding strategy?
Strategy, well, this track can be a bit hard on your tires, especially the first sector, considering that these guys are on the keyboards and controllers, a mix of input devices. First sector can take a toll on the tires. So, I don't know, probably it will be a two-stop, but you can make the one-stop work here, I think.
Like we saw yesterday, a lot of drivers did one stop in Tier 1, but definitely they were on wheels, and they will have much less tire wear compared to a lot of people who are on keyboards or controller on this track. We see Renault trying to make way. I hope both are. That's not a good way to start your hot lap, so close to the guy up front. That might impede Akash's lap there because of the Renault who just overtook him in the last corner. But yeah, as I was telling, so that would be E-Rock who just overtook him in the last corner. But as I was telling, about the especially the tire wear and how this S section will be really punishing to our keyboard drivers. I think a lot of them will either opt for a soft hard one stop or a soft medium soft two stoppers. But obviously the wheel drivers, I expect them to go for a soft medium, because yesterday the people, at least in Tier 1, the people who opted for a soft medium soft did not gain a lot of positions, especially one of them being the Black Sheep, who lost his podium just because of the strategy that he decided to go on.
Yep, that was a costly strat call, but well, at the end of the day, he took the gamble and it did not work.
Especially this third sector is really punishing to the people who are just on a wheel and with ABS off. Yesterday I was literally locking up on every time whenever I used to go through that third sector part. But we do have a couple of initial times coming on board right now. Akash would have gotten a lot of dirty air, but even with that much dirty air, I think the slipstream kind of compensated for it, and then he was able to set a good enough time with respect to E-Rock. I'm not sure if he would have gone much faster than E-Rock had he not been in front, but right now as it stands, E-Rock in P1 with a 131.5 and with Akash with a 131.6 in P2. P3, Pinan with a 131.6 again. So again, the Renault boys topping the charts currently on the board, and we'll see what they can do as we have a spun car of Panther OP in Sector 3. I think it's the off-camber turn, if I'm not wrong. Yep, and he has lost his wing as well for good measures.
Not helping.
Yes, I think he can reverse now safely since no one else is coming behind him. But yeah, he will have to give way to the Racing Point, who is coming very brilliantly done. But the weird part was that he lost his car to the right side. I feel that he was losing his car and maybe overcorrected it there, and then when went and hit the wall on the right side. But yeah, hopefully he
Yeah,
comes
that's
back.
that's the possible explanation there, because over there you kind of always go into the corner expecting the oversteer, and if you overcorrect it, that's what's gonna happen.
Yes, and that's indeed
But man,
what's
that corner it's tricky as it is. With TCS off, it's even much harder in my
Yeah.
opinion. Like, it just throws your car into a slide very easily.
For sure. So we have SSJ Assassin who will cross the lap but has invalidated, so he has to start all over again. So, the S's not being really forgiving to any of these drivers, especially if you are on a controller or a keyboard. You need to maneuver it. But as I was telling, Soham Day just shuts me off and on a keyboard sets a time of 132.1. Currently moves up to P1. Believe it or not, this was my fastest time I set on my first run yesterday. So hats off to him for that time.
Yeah, so they really pushing it on his keyboard, and just I don't know, man. It kind of feels impossible, especially after playing with wheel. You see how easy it is. Seeing how these guys set such blazing times on a keyboard, it's just something else.
It makes us question why do we have wheels.
Yeah, exactly.
It seems like Abhi is about to start his lap. Again, second race for him. Let's just stay on board with him and go through the lap of this beautiful circuit around, Texas with the elevation change. Going into turn 1, the uphill climb really shortens your braking point for the first corner. Taking it very perfectly. Did miss the apex a bit, and that throws him off to the S section. Was not able to go flat out in the previous corner, where most of the drivers would choose to go flat out if you take the best of the line. That's one more gear down than you should be, but that just concludes your S section. You would try to cut the left one more a bit, but yeah, probably in the next run. Completely missing the apex, which kind of unsettles the time you go to the time when you go on the throttle, because you have to be on the throttle as early as possible for this long straight, because you need a good exit. But he does manages to get a good enough exit again here, trying to miss the apex, which is not that helpful. You can cut the apex there as well. Here as well, he misses a lot of the apex and goes one gear lower than expected. This is a third gear corner, but taking second gear and again missing the apex. So Abhi needs to just work on his line, and I can clearly see that he has around a second on his lap right there. Again, too much cut of the apex, and that's an invalidation for him for the entirety of the lap. So all the effort gone down the drain in the last second corner.
Yeah, I definitely lost it all there. And while we are on board his lap, P9 had set the fastest lap of the session with a 131.2. So the Renault boys sitting at 1-2 right now, showing their strength in quali.
Okay, I am definitely getting a couple of complaints from our viewers that there is sometimes FPS drops. I'm not sure why that is happening, but I will try fixing it off by a small fix, and maybe it might help with the fix. If it does not, I really apologize for that. Let me just see if I can fix that. For now, we do have E-Rock, who just now invalidated his lap. Let's see if do keep me posted, people in the chat, if you see some more issues with the stream, and I will get back with some fix for that if possible. But I have changed a couple of things. Just let me know if it's fine now. But yeah, going back to the session right now, a lot of drivers going back into the pits to go for maybe 2 more runs. They have time for 2 more runs right now.
Yeah, they do have time for 2 more runs, but it's going to be how they gonna strategize it, because the track evolution is pretty good. So they could sit out and wait for some time and go for one final run, or they could take 2 runs. It's their wish right now, but it's their call to strategize.
Yes, so right now KG setting the fastest time of the session with a 1:31.1. A brilliant time by him set on board and does take the pole position from the Renault boys. So let's see what Renaults have in response to that. I see a fast moving Renault in third sector, but he has invalidated his lap. So
I think it might be his out lap. This might be his proper hot lap, I think.
yes, he might start his hot lap, but his RPM is glitched, so sorry, I cannot give you screen time because I do have to be sane for the rest of the session. But yeah, we'll get back to you later on. Rooker, who was performing really well in the beginning of this season, getting really good pole positions and stuff like that, but right now it seems like not able to put in that much time in the game and is right now in the middle of the pack at P10. Pete.
And we've got sub 131 time. Akash has put in 1 minute 30 seconds, .9. Brilliant lap time.
So definitely that explains us that he was being held up by the Renault in his previous lap, and right now with no one in front of him, he was able to, do much better time. As we see. Okay, DJ completely missing the pits or some sort. I am not sure. I think he was aiming for the pits, but I think he carried a bit too much speed and went into the wall there.
Yeah, that is a regular occurrence in this track. It's very common. Like people try to push into the pit entrance, but they overshoot it and just miss the entrance and just go completely wide. But at least DJ was able to stop it and go back into the pit lane. Sometimes it's even worse. So at least good for him.
Yes, good for him indeed. Joker is about to start his lap as well. We do have a Renault who is coming across, so that is E-Rock with his broken RPM glitch, but does not improve. Did improve. I think he went from 131.5 to 131.4 to 6. So, but not enough to beat our boys there. Akash definitely seeming too much sporty for this tier, I would say.
Yeah, looks like it. Looks like it. Seems too fast for this tier.
Yeah, but we cannot conclude anything before we see the race. But we all know that since he is still a reserve, he can definitely get a easy promotion to tier 2 reserve as well. Maybe we'll see what the coordinators have to think about his performance in the next 1 or 2 races.
Yeah, and quali pace is something, but race is something like it's an altogether different beast. So it's always going to be interesting to see how people fare over there. For example, you see Rocker, he might be a bit on the back foot in the quali, but on the race, he always seems to take some really good strat calls and claw his way back to the front. So yeah, it's ultimately the race day that matters the most. We're gonna have to wait and see how it all turns out in the race.
So right there, SSJ showing us how to take the last second corner, but definitely missing the apex for the last corner, but still improves on his time with a 131.480. Very close to the Renault boys, to be honest. I did not expect him to be that close.
Yep, definitely. I mean, the Renault boys have always been putting themselves a bit higher up compared to others. Like the gap has always been a bit higher, but this time around it's not that high. It's still within touchable distance. So maybe the next run we can see the lap times going even down. So maybe we can just see the sometimes coming down even further.
Yes, we will be hoping for like now the drivers would start going out on their final runs of the session as only 2 minutes is left in the session. Manish Kanchan seems to not be having a great connection today, and he keeps leaving and rejoining the race. He has 2 minutes, so if he just leaves now, he should be able to put in another lap. So our Renault boy Pinan has started his lap. Let's go on board with him because he might show us much better lines to take, and indeed the first corner itself has impressed me. That's exactly how you have to cut the inside of the first corner to get a much better exit. For this SS going flat, a slight lift off there. Would not be happy with the lift off, I would say, because you can definitely take that corner as well flat. Going to third, revving out the third gear, you do get a bit of oversteer there on the exit, which he managed to correct it using all of the track and making the apex as well, using the track on the exit as well for the long straight did help him go on throttle way earlier for the back DRS straight. We do have another car ahead of him. That would be a McLaren of Eric Griffin, if I'm not wrong, but hopefully he does leave way for our guy who is currently doing really good on his time. Going into the third sector, he missed the apex by a bit, but won't be that costing for his lap, as it was just a slight bit of miss from the apex. You do tend to take a tighter line for your quali lap, less distance covered, but Paynon drifted a bit more wide for the fast right-hander, touching the apex, but I think he misjudged the speed he was carrying and he had to lift off. He crosses the line, but it was not enough for him to improve on his lap.
Yeah, his second and third sectors, he had lost some time on his previous lap best. So, yeah, definitely not good enough lap for his standard.
Yes, he will not be happy with that lap, and hopefully he will be able to set a much better lap as the race is going on. We do have Panther OP, who just sets a time of 1:36.1. As I was telling about the psychology coming into place, Panther OP was not able to set a time till now because, he was getting it invalidated or not able to get the best of the laps, and that I think affected his ability to push in the last lap and kind of reflects on the timing sheets, not really putting the time that he wanted. Unfortunate for Manish Kanchan, he could not set a time. He joined this session really late and will have to start on the back of the grid. Won't be happy with it, but he can definitely do a last to first kind of a challenge,
Yeah, speaking of the psychological challenge that you were telling about, that is a really big factor here because first sector, it's very easy to invalidate your lap. Like all it takes is just one minute little input difference, and your lap can be absolutely trash. So when you don't have a lap time, you're going to leave it calculate. It's definitely going to impact your ability to push hard and get a good lap time.
Yes, indeed, and
that definitely did hurt his chances.
I'm not sure why Rooker is trying to cross the line, because son, you won't get the chance to do one more lap. That's not how the game works, but it's fine. I think that was an easier way to end the session than go into the pits.
I think Rocker has crossed the line before the checkered flag, so he is on a lap.
No, is it?
Yeah, I'm not seeing a checkered flag on his name.
Did he get the glitch? Or I thought that it was fixed by Codemasters. Not sure whether he got the glitch or not. It seems like, and E-Rock says the fastest time of a 1:30.8 and moves up to P1.
Wow. That came out of nowhere, literally out of nowhere.
So, still the Renault boys showing their dominance in quali. We do have Rooker, who is still on a lap. We do have Kuberabi, who is still on a lap, is in the final sector. Someone else did improve on his time. I'm not sure who it was. It was the McLaren of Vinay who improved. Kuberabi crosses the line, goes up to P5. We'll be happy to start there because and we have Deadpool spinning out in third sector. Yep, that is the third sector. I think he was pushing a bit too much on his hot lap and he lost his car. Right now, Rooker, the only one left to cross the line, is about to come through the final corner. Let's see if he improves or not. Crosses the line, does improve, goes up to P10, but I don't think he will be happy with it, because that's literally the worst position to start your race on.
Yeah, your strategy is locked, you can't really do stuff. But the guy behind your P11 gets a free tire option, so you get some freedom in the strategy department. Not to be overly happy, but I mean, it's still, at the end of the day, he still gets a higher good start, so something to be happy about.
Yes, indeed. So right now it seems like the stream has sorted itself out. Let me just confirm. But yeah, this is what we have as the final grid and the tires that everyone was doing. As someone was asking in the chat, that was Harry, what tires are these people on? But everyone will do softs, my dear, on this track. It's very rare that anyone will try to go on the mediums, especially in tier 3. Tier 1, we can expect some heroics like that. But we have E-Rock, who has topped the charts with a 130.8, Akash following him with a 130.9, KG with a 131.1, Penan with a 131.2, Kubarabi, SHS as in Eric Griffin, Berlin, Sohamde, and Rooker rounding up our top 10. Everyone starting on the soft tires. So, coming back after a lot of time, we do have a very, very dry session right now in our hand. We do have a sun glooming on our on in the sky. I think it might go to a bit more of let me just. Okay, yeah, this I think it goes to a bit more cloudy towards the end, but
Yep.
nevertheless, it is a very good weather as drivers are waiting to ready up. I did not see.
They
Uh,
have readied up.
yes, did not see who read it up first. To be honest, I might need to have a look. But Panther OP seems to be.
I think it was either Joker or Abhay Chandra, I think.
Yes, we'll have a look. I think I caught it on stream, so I should be
Yep.
able to check that later on as I rewind the tapes. But that was a very early ready up. All the drivers now on their formation lap, going one after the another on the grid. We do see one guy overtaking everyone. That might be right. You are not supposed to do
Yes.
that, my friend. Please don't do it. Just be
Oh,
careful.
and we will have a collision in the back.
Are you sure?
I think we might see
Oh,
two
yes.
disqualified cars.
Joker, after too many warnings, is still decided to go in behind of someone, but I think only he got disqualified for some reason.
That's weird.
Did he get a collision with wall? But even if you get a collision with wall, both of them get disqualified.
No, he actually collided into the back of a car. I think it was DJ or someone. I'm not sure who that was, but
So DJ
but
still.
DJ's car seems to be ghosted. Is he offline?
Yes, his internet seems to be an issue, and it's good that we changed the host in the last moment. It was DJ who was supposed to host, but I think his internet is not having a good day from since yesterday, and maybe it will be back again good soon, and he can join back the session. I think he has actually joined back in the session. We are just waiting for him to take control of his car, which will happen soon after. Okay.
Yep. At the end of formation lap, he'll get the control of the car, and yeah, we'll see a good race. I hope so. Let's see.
I see Akash has flown off from the pack. I am not sure why.
That is not what you want to be doing, sitting in the cold tires in the grid.
So it is generally the guy who is in P1 who controls the pace. So it is completely on Akash that he decided to overtake E-Rock and control the pace on his own. So I don't think anyone is at fault here. It's Akash who is at fault.
Yeah, it's his own doing.
yeah,
You can't really pin it on anyone.
Yes, it's his own doing. Rest all people were following the lead car of E-Rock and are coming on the grid now slowly and certainly. But we'll do wait for the lights to go out, and hopefully we don't see more than 3 cars going side by side into turn 1, because that's not what we want to see. But the nature of the track is such that you kind of sort of can go a lot, more cars can go side by side, but I hope that
it's very wide at the top, so it
Yeah.
just encourages side by side, but it again narrows down, so it's not gonna help.
yes, the lights did glitch out for me for some reason.
We're still waiting.
Yes,
Anyone now, and we're out.
We are out. Irok and Akash both getting good enough exits. Or down the pack, we do have 5 or 6 car going side by side. Let's see if it's kept clean. Akash tried to shove off, and we have the McLaren of Eric Griffin, who lost his car and went into the car of someone else. I'm not sure whom he hit from the side, and that just costed Eric Griffin's front wing as well as someone's side pod. But thankfully,
I think that was Berlin.
yes,
Berlin.
I think it might be Berlin, because I think even he spun out there, and that just costed his race as well. But up ahead, it looks pretty clean. Everyone has gone off pretty clean. We'll have a look at the position change in the race. So SSJ Assassin gaining 3 positions going into turn 1, but it was pretty respectful, to be honest, if I'm not wrong, as people went into turn 1, apart from a couple of incidents that people followed behind. We do have a train forming. We do have a safety car as well because of the turn 1 incident.
Well, I mean, at the start it was actually really good. Akash got a really good launch and just suffocated Irok of space, and Irok had to go off track and come back in. But somehow they just held on, and Akash took the lead over there. But then the McLaren just lost control and just spun into Berlin and pivoted him onto the side of the track. Thankfully, I think they got ghosted. That really avoided a big pileup. But
yes,
if ghosting didn't kick in, I think that would have been a massive pileup as well.
Yeah, let's just see who all hop into the pits for a wing change. I think it will just be Joker and maybe Berlin, but I don't think Berlin also got a damage. But that incident with Joker lost him 10th positions right there.
I think Berlin, I saw a message that Berlin has left the session, probably rage quit. I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on.
Hopefully
or internet issues. I'm not sure. I hope it's not a rage quit, because it's still the start of the race. A lot can happen.
Yeah, a lot of things can happen in this race. Definitely, we'll see what exactly the incident was. But we do have Pinan, who is pitting. Does he have a wing damage? Let's see if he gets a wing
Yes,
change.
he's got a broken front right wing.
He is getting
Can
a
we check
wing
on Kuberabi?
I think he also has a wing damage. Yes, he also does have
Yes.
a wing damage. So both of
Going
these
for the
people getting a wing damage and going for the hards. We already have a lot of people. I think what would have happened is they got wing damage under safety car and not while racing, because they do have 5 seconds penalties on their name.
Only Panther, Eric Griffin and Vinay has got penalties. Eric Griffin has got 10 seconds of penalties.
No, Kuber Abi and Pinan both were serving their 5 seconds in the pits.
Oh, okay.
So,
But both of them had front right wing. I mean,
yeah, I think
both
they.
should have penalties, right?
Yes, both of them did serve their penalties. They might have hit someone else from behind, because the safety car came out suddenly and maybe they could not judge it, and the car up front, did not, just slowed down massively immediately. So that might have caused the collision in the front. But we do have the grid.
Yeah, and some interesting tire choices there. Pinan has opted to go with the soft, while Kuberabi has gone with the hard. What do you think of the hard strategy? Do you think he could make it work?
Yes, so from my experience of the hards are definitely slow, but he can definitely finish the race on that tire. Meanwhile, Pinan has gone for the soft, so he will have to pit again. But yeah, apart from that, definitely the hard tire can go till the end of the race. And if we get another safety car, then definitely, like, without any doubt, it will go till the end of the race. But right now, Kuberabi will have to do some insane tire saving. I think safety car will be out for one more lap, but the biggest gainer would be Abhi, who has gained around 7 positions from the start of the race. SSJ Assassin getting a mega of a start on the start and gaining 3 positions on the start and moving up to the podium positions. We do
the
have
biggest gainers have been Manish Kanchan and Dwajin, gaining 8 positions each.
Yes, so Dwajin, after his internet got restored, is now sitting in P11. If someone can tell me why is there trailing. If you see my rear mirror of this car, it's kind of like making a ghosting effect, which I was getting in ACC as well. Can someone in the chat help
I think
me
that is
with
the
that?
I think that is the anti-aliasing method that you're using. Are you using temporal AA?
Yes. So that's what I was trying to figure out even in the last time, but since it's a safety car,
Temporarily, it tends to leave some trails on the screen. So
I think it's in video mode and it's NVIDIA DLSS. Okay, I will change to TA. No,
TA will cause that, but I don't know. I mean, usually temporal causes that little ghost trace that you're seeing.
I think DLSS is causing it right now. I will
Okay.
just keep it to maybe upscaling. I don't know. I also have no idea what these does. Hopefully my game does not crash. Yes, it did not crash. Oh my god, it looks much more weird. Nope, we going back to something else. So welcome to F1 2020 when we are trying to figure out what each of the things do. Sharpening maybe? Confirm changes.
And I
This
think
looks
you might
better.
want to stop fiddling with the settings because the safety car is in this lap.
Okay, so the safety car is coming in this lap. We'll go on board with our P3 driver SSJ Assassin, and now it seems much more crisp and clear. Okay, now we have got the settings dialed in. We will wait for Akash to control the pace. To be honest, he is very close to the safety car. We do have a big gap behind Sohamde, creating a very big gap behind, but it seems like Akash has still not gone off, waiting for the final corner, and he has gone off, and
He's off.
yes, so has everyone behind him as well. Very good nose wing angle, does not give me any information whatsoever. Let's see if anyone can, get a move done. We do have someone who was caught napping. I think it was Joker who was caught napping behind, and now has created a lot of gap behind him because of that incident. But moving up to the battle up front, it seems like SSJ Assassin is looking really sporty, trying to capitalize, but we do have KG as well, who gets a much better exit through the SS and is also on the gearbox of SSJ Assassin. So we'll have a look on what these people can do with whatever tools they have right now.
That was actually a very clean safety car restart. Like, there were no cars going side by side into turn or anything. Every car seemed to be following their own space. But I think an overtake is coming from KG on SSC Assassin in the coming lap.
It seems like SSJ Assassin does not have the same pace as KG. We can see him closing really a lot in the braking zone. We have a couple of position change. So Vinay is overtaking Deadpool right now on the back straight with the use of ERS, and Panther OP is getting overtaken by two drivers on the exit of that, and as we see that Eric Griffin loses his car, it's really difficult to get on traction there on that corner, especially if you are on the outside. You generally tend to short shift to avoid a spin. He is spinning out everywhere. I think he would like to change his traction to medium for this, but Panther OP seems to be pretty slow right now. And he is being hunted by Berlin as well. Berlin getting a much better exit from the last corner without a use of a lot of ERS.
Nowhere near comparable, just eating
Yes.
him up on the straight.
Let's go up front where it seems like KG is coming close, falling back, coming close, falling back. SSJ Assassin is also closing on to E-Rock. Meanwhile, all this is helping Akash to just fly off in the distance.
Akash is just bolting off from this pack and just saying, "Oh, we got
We
a
have a
retired car. Vinay
retirement
retired."
from Vinay in the SS. He has lost his car. We could not get a glimpse of what exactly happened, but right now Joker seems to be overtaking people, which he should not do. And that's a
We got
penalty
a
coming.
VSC and he's overtaking. I
Yes.
think maybe he's taking his position back. I think so.
That might be the reason, but if not, then that's a penalty coming straight on his way, and Manish Kanchana has all the right to report him for overtaking under VSC. But yeah,
I mean,
apart,
it seems a VSC, but people seem to be going a bit too fast for a VSC. I don't know.
hopefully no one gets a drive through. We do have 3
Yeah.
seconds penalty already coming in for a lot of people up front. It's been just 2 laps of proper racing, and we already have a lot of and we are going green. We have gone green, and Akash has a drive through, and that's a race end for him.
Yep, VSC doing his job, coming in, messing up a race, and saying bye bye.
So, especially yesterday also when we got a VSC, it said VSC ending in the final sector, and if you get that, it's really tricky because final sector is just a series of fast uh, corners, and then suddenly you have to brake yourself for a very slow one. But Peenan diving on the inside, going into turn one of Dwajin. Dwajin looking for a cutback line, but could not. Did not had a way through it, and oh, we saw a ghosted car of someone.
Was that a DC car or something?
Yeah, felt like a DC car, and Dwajin was thrown off. It seems like Dwajin is lagging back as well. I think it's Dwajin who is losing a lot because he lost like so much time. We do have two cars ahead of Pinan going side by side. That's Joker and Ripe going side by side into the hairpin corner. Going into the back straight, it seems like they won't have the pace. We do have SSJ Assassin who tried to make a move on the outside at the end of the chicane, but in turn lost a position.
I think correction there. SSC Assassin was leading and he just ran a bit wide and KG cut back in.
Okay.
So KG pulled the overtake there.
That might explain it. Right now it seems like even Rooker is looking really feisty right now. Two drivers going side by side would be Joker and the Racing Point. A bit of hosting going on because of someone's internet, and there is a minor contact on the rear wheel from Manish Kanchan. I think Manish Kanchan gave a lot of space in my opinion.
Yeah, that corner is really tough to go side by side, and considering the input devices these guys are on, it's going to be even more challenging.
Yes.
So that was really unfortunate. Maybe he could have backed off, but I mean, of course, a racer would never back off. He'd always go for the gap. So, really unfortunate.
Now it seems like Ripe has decided to go into the pits. Maybe okay. We do have Rooker who is trying his best to make a move on Abhi, but is not able to find a gap on the racing line. So
yeah, and up front, KG is hunting down E-Rock. He's getting closer and closer each lap.
Right now, he is on the back straight with DRS assisted, using all his ERS. E-Rock trying to break a bit of the slipstream. I think E-Rock would have depleted, and that's a very late break. Does run very wide on the exit. That was a really late break move.
That was the first sign of desperation there from KG. He definitely needs to calm down a bit and just recollect himself and make some really calm moves. Don't have to overshoot the corner like that. And good on E-Rock as well. He just saw that coming, just slowed down at just enough. I think maybe E-Rock was lining up for a cutback, but didn't expect KZ to overshoot the corner that much.
Yeah, I feel that he underestimated the corner a bit too much. Meanwhile, we already have the first set of pits after 7 lap. Akash will serve his drive through right now, and he won't be pitting in for this lap. Will pit in for a change of tires in the next lap. Unfortunate for him, he has lost a lot of time.
SSC Assassin has gone for a set of soft tire, committing to the two-stop strategy there.
Yes. As far as I know, there is a lot of pace delta. We do have some. Okay, it seems like
Deadpool has gone off in the final corner.
Yes, that's what Deadpool did go off in the final corner. I'm not sure why. Meanwhile, Rooker is still not able to find a way. And as I say that, he gets a much better exit going side by side with Abhi. Decides to brake very early, but they are still side by side, both giving each other enough room. Abhi gets a much better exit for the long straight and will keep the position. But will Rooker...
We've got a 5-stage battle going down in P10 and P11 as well. Akash and Cupra be going at it.
And we have Peenan who is coming.
We got a 3-way battle here. Oh my god, where did Peenan come from?
He was just waiting for the guys up ahead to do some mistake, and Peenan with his superior pace just dives on the inside of Rooker and takes the position. Will he go for another dive here? No, he decides to back out, loses his rear, which helps Rooker get a much better exit, but he decides not to go side by side. We have another yellow flag somewhere. Rooker getting very dirty air and just... as I said, the hards are not the best tire to be on. You get really bad grip from them, and we can see him struggling with that. Right now it seems like Manish Kanchan is having some disconnection, and so is Dwajin. So both trying to battle it out. Right now I think Dwajin has left this session because he is
he's disconnected. He's
Yes.
disconnected.
Yeah, he seems to be getting overtaken by a lot of drivers, but Akash, after serving his drive-through, is back on charge. But he will have to do a lot of work now, trying to overtake a lot of people. Even Manish Kanchan seems to have disconnected. Up ahead we have Peenan as well, who is really close. Manish Kanchan has been disconnected, and Akash loses his car on the exit. As I said, you get a lot of oversteer there, and did he lose his wing? And he
Yes,
has
his front
lost
left wing is entirely gone.
As I said, you get a lot of oversteer there when you are on the exit there, and you have to correct it every time you go through that. Maybe he did
And
not.
I think what didn't help him is he was on worn tires as well, so that
Yeah.
really didn't help him there.
Meanwhile, Peenan deciding to go on the outside of Abhi, but did not had enough momentum to keep the move stuck. Right now, Peenan is losing a lot of time. The more time he is waiting behind Abhi, as Abhi goes really wide and will have to lift off for coming back on the track. That would help Peenan close the gap even more. It seems like Peenan is heading for a one stopper at this point. I would not be surprised. Rooker has decided to go into the pits. Let's see what tire.
Peenan had pitted for the softs on lap 3 or something. After the first safety car, he has pitted for a soft, so he's definitely gonna have to do another stopper. It will be a 2-stopper.
Yes, so it will be a two-stopper, but the current position that he is in, it's not actually a bad position to be in. That's a clear lift off. I am not sure why, but Abhi just goes really wide, and
Can we go on board P10, DJ and Assassin? Oh,
I
the
think
Assassin has
DJ is
required-
still. Okay, I'm not sure what happened there. Let's just have a look. SSJ
They were
Assassins.
having a battle and he just disappeared.
I think DJ is still disconnected. Okay, he has lost his car on the right side, and that has caused a safety car. I will go on board with DJ. Okay, yeah, he is back online, and we have safety car, another safety car here.
And the timing deltas are seeing P9, P10 and P11 were going at it like very close to each other. So I thought there was a battle going on. But then when I said to go on board there, JS Assassin is going off. So I mean SST Assassin, my bad.
Yes, we do have another safety car. I think it was Alpha Bot who did mark attendance and did not attend the race, if I am not wrong.
Yeah, looks like he's not on the grid today.
Yes, and we have RPM glitch for DJ. Sorry DJ, no more screen time for you for the time being. But yeah, you know what this has done? This has helped all the soft runners who had not pitted to get a free pit stop.
Yeah, it has come in their pit window, so definitely it's a blessing for them getting a free pit stop.
Strapping on the mediums, because definitely the mediums will go till the end. Why is he not moving? He is moving now. I think he was blocked because held back because people were crossing, and that has costed him to lose 1 or 2 positions because of that, because of being held back. E-Rock overtook him in the pits, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I mean Irok was already ahead of him.
Okay. So
Now
that
Abhay
explains.
Chandra and Abhay Chandra hasn't pitted, I think, and Cuber Abhi has gotten ahead of him by staying out.
Yes, so we do see a lot of people pitting, almost everyone. So at this point, if you go into the pits, if you have some tire conservation, you can easily do a medium run till the end of the race, because safety car will be out for another 2-3 laps. Not sure why Joker has decided to stay out on 10 laps old softs, as well as why Abhi has decided to stay out on 10 laps old softs. These two people were pretty much in the prime position with the strategy to just dive into the pits and go for a mediums till the end. Meanwhile, Berlin seems to have gone on for another pair of the softs. Neon slowing down massively. I don't know why, but
Yeah, well, they do get the delta, so I think he's trying to obey the delta over there.
I am not sure, because the leader has caught up to the safety car, so they should not be getting the delta. They can go full force, full gas till the end.
I mean, sometimes it has happened to some drivers, like the delta still doesn't disappear.
Yeah, sometimes it happens, you never know.
Interesting tire choice from Berlin there, going on the softs.
Yes, I'm not sure. Maybe he's planning to do a soft and then another medium. That's the only explanation that will come out of this.
So
But
looking at tires, we've got Pina on the hards, Berlin going on the softs, almost everyone else opting for the mediums.
I think it was not a good decision from Pinan to go on the hards. He could have gone on the softs and completed the race, mediums and completed the race as well. So
Yeah.
not sure why he went ahead and put on the hard tires, but right now, I one thing is there that because of the two safety cars, and since we are only 11 laps into the race, we do not have anyone lapped. So these people are on the same lap, and they still have a chance to undo any mistake that they had done. As we see Abhay, Chandra and Joker both pitting, and not the right time to pit because the field has caught up and Sunny will end up pretty much on the back of the grid.
Yeah, definitely not a good time to pit. I mean, they definitely failed to capitalize at the start itself. This is a very big late pit stop.
Yes, we'll have to see what Akash can do. I'm pretty sure if he is able to take the tires to the end, he can easily be P5 in the top 5 with his pace that he has. We do have a lot of penalties racked up by a lot of drivers. We do have 6 seconds for almost everyone after P11, Panther, OP, and a lot of drivers. Akash having a 5 second for speeding in the pit lane, probably KG having a 3 second and a 5 seconds for probably speeding in the pit lane or getting hit from the behind in safety car, but we'll get to know about that later on. Right now I have not seen any penalties pop up for collision under safety car, so that's a good news. Hopefully I don't jinx it.
Definitely, that's a good news.
Yeah. Because
Today, even in the formation lap, I noticed that these guys actually maintained their gaps, and it was not too distant. They were all very close together and maintained a good formation lap. So definitely kudos to them for maintaining their etiquette over there.
yes. And one more thing that I observed from the spectating these people, like if I say I go on board with someone like Neon, so we do see someone had locked up here, but very less lockup. I feel that most of these drivers, since they are using ABS, we don't see a lot of lockup. We do have a couple of tired tracks in this corner as well, but if you see tier 1 stream, you will see, since a lot of them are on mostly everyone is on ABS off, we see a lot of rubber laid down in those two corners because of the lockups.
And the safety car is in this lap.
Let's go on board with P3 kg and see how E-Rock controls the pace for the restart. Safety car has gone inside. E-Rock has
And
gone
we've got
off.
two different trains. We've got two different trains. Look at the gap behind.
Oh, I think he was not able to catch up, but Kuberavi got a very bad safety car restart, especially because he is on the hard sand. KG gets the move done even before turn 1. So KG moves up to P2. Right now everyone behind him will be looking to make a move.
Yeah, that's the tire difference over there. Fresh mediums versus 10 lap old hards. It's definitely not going to be an even match on the straights.
Yeah, I think Akash was not able to. Yeah, Akash did catch up to the pack. Panther OP was not able to catch up to the pack. I'm not sure why though. Like, should not happen that he was not able to catch up to the pack.
It's like there are two different.
Ooh, and Akash tried to go down the inside with a dive bomb and ended up hitting the rear of Manish Kanchan.
Yeah, he's definitely not a happy man.
Not a
His
happy
race went from his race is going from good to bad to worse.
I think all he
Definitely
needs
not
to
gonna be a
do
happy man.
right now is calm down and just pick his battles, pick his overtake spots. If he knows that he has the pace, he should not just look into diving down on every corner possible. We do have Berlin also, who is really close to Rooker, who is really close to Pinan. So Pinan kind of holding. Oh, we saw Rooker lose his car, and Berlin somehow luckily avoided Rooker for that. Otherwise, it would have been a massive collision. We have a yellow flag. I'm not sure what happened. Oh, it seems like Deadpool has lost it in the third sector. Not a big side, but right now KG going side by side with E-Rock. E-Rock trying for a cutback line into on the exit of turn 1, but KG still keeps the better line and moves up one position, both on the same tires.
That was a good move by KG, just making it work over there.
Indeed, we do have a train forming behind as well because of Penan's hard tire. But actually, it's none of his blame since the guy up front is also making a train. So we'll see what happens. Rooker is also closing into Neon. Some lag there. If I stay on board with Dojin, so I will just stay on board with Rooker to avoid the lag. Seems like Berlin is really close to Penan. Great tire delta, but it does not seem like Berlin is able to capitalize on that tire delta.
Yeah, I think the input device is making a difference here again. I think Penan is on a controller, I think. Is he on a controller or on a wheel? I'm not sure. Oh, he's
like
going down the inside.
A bit of wheel
That was
banging.
yeah, that was not a very confident move, I would say. He was still in two minds not to... He was still confused which way to go, whether to go inside or just hold back, but somehow they just still stay on track. That's a good sign.
We have a battle going up behind. Again, in turn 3, Eric Griffin decided to make go on the inside of Panther OP. But I think he turned a bit too early. Panther OP going all out of shape on the exit there. Again on the inside is Eric Griffin, but I think this time he will get the move done. But I think Eric Griffin just lost his rear on the exit, and he caught Panther OP off guard, and that sent him
definitely. I mean, that was that was really unlucky for Panther OP, I got to say. I mean, Eric Griffin just lost his traction and just whiplashed onto Panther OP.
Yeah.
And up ahead, can he go on board Neon? We've got an interesting bunch of cars here.
Yes, an interesting indeed bunch of cars here. We do have all the way from Akash again going for the dive on the racing point. This time shoving him off the track to take the position. Definitely a very aggressive move by him, but I think he was getting
an over the top aggressive move, definitely.
And
just coming from miles back, and Eric Griffin again spinning out, not having a good day.
We have safety car, another safety car for what though? Codemasters, please explain. I think I am very heavily waiting for the new game as well. Maybe they will fix some of the safety car bugs and stuff like those. Let's see. And especially as we saw a lot of new damaged models from the content creators who have put out videos. It will be exciting because now people won't be able to dive down on the inside because there is side pod damage.
Yeah, that definitely looks interesting. But again, considering that side pod damage part, it's not going to be the aggressor who gets the damage. It's going to be the one who is trying to defend from it who's going to get the damage.
Yeah.
So that is definitely going to make those dive bombs even more scrutinized by the stewards.
Yes. So it will definitely make it much more difficult for the stewards, and I can definitely see the rule book increasing in size for the next season. But yeah, we do have another safety car.
Because obviously the wing damage and the side pod damage are not something that can be fixed on a pit stop, unlike your wing. So damage to those parts is definitely going to be treated with the higher weight, in my opinion. So that's definitely going to complicate the job for the stewards.
And especially, all the coordinators also need to make a decision on what damage they want to keep.
Oh, and we see a flying in plate.
That
was that DJ's?
Yeah, I think that was DJ's, but he was following the car way too closely. But he is having some internet issues as well, so I am not sure whether it was intentional or whether his internet gave up on him. But apart from that, pretty good. I'm still not sure why we have a safety car.
We saw a spinning car of Eric Griffin, right?
Yes.
And probably debris. I don't know.
Sure, debris, but okay. But yeah, we'll see. We have no idea why the safety car came out. We are only 16 laps into this race, more 12 to go. All this safety car is just delaying the race as much.
We've got what, 3 safety cars so far?
I
Am I
think
right?
so. We got 3 safety cars and
3 safety cars and 1
one
VSC.
VSC.
1 or 2?
One.
Yeah, 1 VSC.
Akash.
But yeah, this is definitely helping the tire conservation part.
Oh
So
yes,
it's
that
pretty
is a
nice.
very good point. So no, everyone can now go till the end for sure, all the medium runners. Because all this 3 laps grace that they are getting of tire saving will help them go till the end of the race. For sure, they don't need to even conserve their tire.
And one thing that we did not notice is Uber Abi had used the safety car window to switch on to the mediums.
Yes, indeed. So he will.
Uber Abi and Berlin
Berlin.
have switched on to the mediums.
Yes, so these people they don't need to, pit again. But I'm not sure why Akash is taking a very side line. He's like,
I
I'm
think
gonna.
he just wants to stay safe. He just wants to be like, okay, I don't want to hit, I don't want to be anywhere near you guys. I just want to stay safe, staying safe from these guys.
Yes, indeed.
Taking the social distancing pretty seriously. But, yep.
COVID norms right there. We do see him going side by side with DJ though, which he should not. DJ having an end plate damage will ruin his race. I can clearly see Akash getting a lot of positions up. We do see Penan still sticking to his hard tires. Will mostly cause
Yeah,
him
I
a
think
lot.
he was probably caught up by the safety car, and by the time he come around, he was already caught up with the pack. Maybe he decided to just stay out and hold on to the position. I think.
There might be another reason that maybe he thinks that he is able to hold up. So, meanwhile, these
Yep.
two drivers here are trying to catch up to the safety car pack, which they have.
They are
done.
caught up. They got to slow down now. They got to be careful.
Yes.
Have we got the notification? Not yet.
I think we
Hope
get the
the safety car is in this lap.
notification in the last sector, but yeah, I think it should be in this lap. I'm not sure why they went with the yellow color for the safety car. Did they run out of colors?
Which color do you wanted to use then? I mean, yellow is the color for caution, so obviously they're going to use it for the safety car.
But then yellow is the color for Renault as well. It's exactly
Come
the
on.
same color.
Oh man.
They could have used something different than what colors we have on the grid, Any color other than that. I think the
Well, we
safety
say
car
that to-
is in this
Yeah, the
lap.
safety car is in. Yes, safety car is in.
Soham Day is
Alright, can we
currently
go on board the leaders? We'll see how KG decides to take this restart.
a lot of gap between these drivers. I'm not sure why they have kept so much gap between each other, because if the leader decides to go off, they have no way to catch up to him.
KG, he is going now.
Yes, he has gone off. As I said, see a lot of gap between him and Erok already, more than a second there, and so is the gap behind as well. Neon.
Again, a clear safety car restart. You got no cars going side by side, just forming a good straight train. And behind, you see some cars bunching up, but still nothing so far.
Nothing so far indeed. A couple of people definitely getting 3 seconds. That is a regular occurrence on this track, but it seems like Soham Day is closing in. We do have Akash who is going side by side with DJ who has a broken wing, and he makes the move stick. So Akash moves up to P7. He is trying to climb up the field definitely.
He is definitely gonna be a determined man, trying to make up ground as quick as possible and go where he wants to be. So
We do
you can definitely see some crazy moves and crazy laps coming from him.
Yes, for sure. We do have a lot of people bunched up together. Berlin, Abhi and Kuberabi trying to make move on each other. Abhi giving a lot of space to Berlin. Really respectful racing there by Abhi. Big fan of it. But Berlin gets the move done on Abhi, and Abhi had to concede one more position. Up ahead, it again seems like Pinan is catching up to Soham Day on the hard tires. I'm still able to make his hard tires work, and DJ has lost one more position, and 3 and 4. His wing damage not at all helping him right now. Oh, one car just ghosted through him. That would have literally given me as well a heart attack. We do see Panther OP.
Oh.
He was lagging a bit, and then he just got tapped a bit when he went off the track, and then he went and hit the wall. I am pretty sure that should not be a safety car because Codemaster's logic, we get a safety car
Yep.
for just wing damage, but we don't get a safety car for a car which is parked in the final corner on the racing line because
And that was it. The car is gone. No
yes,
safety car.
no
Nothing.
safety
Oh my
car,
God.
no VSC, nothing. We do see a spinning
spinning
E-Rock.
car.
Yes, that was E-Rock who has spun around and has lost a lot of positions there. He's trying to skip away and he's trying to join back safely. But I think he lost traction on the exit there and that just made him lose his car. Akash looking really sporty. He tried going side by side. I think he locked up the front and because of which he lost some time on Neon. And he should take it cautiously. He knows he has the pace on the guys up front. He just needs to keep it clean.
Yeah, the Renault guys, bad luck is hitting them up at the race. Like every single time, it's always the race that lets them down. They just commit some mistakes or something doesn't just go their way and they just fall down. So currently, all hopes for Renault pin with Pinan. Let's hope he does a good race for them.
Yes, he is within DRS of Soham Day. But right now, okay, we do have a battle between E-Rock and there goes Eric Griffin, almost lost his car and bent it into the wall. But he,
I think that was Deadpool.
that was Deadpool.
Deadpool, not
My
Eric
bad.
Griffin.
My bad. Yes, it was a Ferrari and
But
completely.
yeah, good save, good save. I thought it was definitely going to smash into the wall, but he somehow saved it.
Somehow Pinan has got the move done on Soham Day. We did have a yellow flag, I don't know for what. But we do see Rooker also looking really sporty ahead. And Akash also diving down the inside. Neon very complacent. Neon with his keyboard input. Yeah, I think that was the keyboard input that, he tried to come back on the track. And that just shoved... like he was not able to do a
Oh,
smooth
we've
move.
got 3 wide into this turn. Can he go on board Cube Rabi?
Yes, so they are going side by side right now. Bump drafting going on there. I'm not sure why, but yeah.
Well, Davis, you got to do your stuff. Oh,
That was not a dive bomb that anyone would have expected, and I think it caused someone else to lose his wing because his car did not coast enough. Not sure if these people have a wing damage.
Neon went from the victim to the aggressor there. Like in the previous corner, he was mugged by Akash, and probably I think that really set him off. I think.
Maybe that
Because
might
psychologically, you don't really want to get affected by like, and seeing a car push you off like that is definitely going to rile you up. And
yeah.
I think that's what really happened to Neon. He was just furious to get the positions back and did a really stupid move over there. He definitely should not have gone for that.
Yeah, definitely should not have gone for that. Maybe a couple of more points for next week's driver briefing for the drivers here. But yeah, we do see Neon putting
And
in
even
for the subs.
Akash, he's having good pace, but I would say he definitely needs to watch his aggression a bit. Like,
Yes.
that was a bit too much.
Yeah, even I feel that he is a bit more aggressive. But honestly, like the dive bomb was aggressive, but on the exit, the incident that he had with Neon, I don't think it was his fault because he did give him enough space on the outside. But I think it was Neon who is on a keyboard, and because of his keyboard inputs, he moved a lot to the left rather than just moving slightly to the left, and that just pushed him off the track.
Oh, definitely. I mean, the input device makes a lot of difference over there, especially if it was a wheel. That would have been a tight battle, but
Yes.
since it's a keyboard, you can't really fine-tune your input scale, so it's obviously going to be a bit disproportionate.
Seems like Berlin is very sporty for Akash. So Akash has run out of ERS, as we can confirm with his blinking lights, and Berlin getting a much better exit, slipstream, DRS, everything, and Akash will lose a position to Berlin.
Plus the tire advantage as well. Akash is running on an old medium, whereas Berlin is running on 5 laps old medium.
Yes. I think Akash has a wing damage. I did see he broken end plate.
Yep, he is having a wing damage.
Yes.
Front right wing gone.
Front right wing gone, and so is his race gone. I'm not sure when he got the damage though.
Probably one of his dive bombs. I don't know.
Probably might explain. So that's one risk that you run when you tend to go for a dive bomb, as now even Cuber Abi will look for a move done. I think he should be just patient enough for the DRS, and yeah, he does get a much better exit. Use your ERS, son, use your ERS and get the move done. Oh, we'll go on the inside of Akash there. It seemed as if Akash was trying to block the inside, but Cuber Abi did still manage to go on the inside of Akash, and Akash
I mean,
losing
with a
his
bad
race.
exit, it's definitely not going to cause a lot of trouble for Abi. I mean, Abi had a much better exit than Akash, so it's always going to be a very simple battle. But Akash trying his best to make it difficult, but did not work.
Yes, right now E-Rock trying to get
Battle
something
for the last
done.
point position.
Yeah, last point position indeed, after his unfortunate spin into the back straight, and he's back now. He might end up getting a couple of more points in the race. Let's see if he can capitalize on Ripe, who decides to go for the pits. Not sure why.
And
now.
importantly, can we check on the penalty situation right now?
Yes, we will definitely have a look at the penalties. Berlin seems to have 11 seconds penalty. Not gonna help his cause since everyone is bunched up behind him. He might fall down 5 or 6 positions, to be honest. But up
And
ahead.
I think even KG might
Yeah.
potentially lose his race win. He's got 8 seconds of penalties.
Currently he is
Not
clear.
race win, not race win. Like,
Yeah.
he might be on the podium, but yeah, he won't be having his race win, but he'd still be on the podium at the current state.
No, at the current state he will get the race win because Pinan is 5 seconds behind him, and more than 5 seconds behind him, and KG has 5 seconds more penalty. So unless and until he keeps the delta from between him and Pinan more than 5 seconds, he will get the first place finish. Do have another yellow
And we
flag.
see a yellow flag. That seems to be
Neon.
From here? Neon, okay.
Neon. It seems like Manish Kanchan has again lost connection, and E-Rock will hunt him down for some more points for the next
And E-Rock
5
doesn't
laps.
have penalties, so it's definitely going to help him gain a few more positions on the line.
Oh, he will get a lot of positions, to be honest. If he keeps it clean and with the rate he is catching up to the people up front, he can gain a lot of positions, especially considering everyone up ahead has like around 6 seconds penalties at an average. But we do have a train forming here for the podium between 3, 4th and 5th, definitely barring the penalty situation. I think Soham Day and Rooker are looking for finishing wherever they are currently, but Berlin with the 11 seconds will not help him a lot, but Berlin seems to have much more pace compared to Rooker there. Okay, I got an error.
Happened.
I am not sure, I got an error. Let me try spectating
Did
it.
the session just crash?
Not sure. Did you also get kicked out?
Yep.
Okay,
Oh my god.
I think this is the same error what we saw in the last season's Austria race. So the lobby will be pretty much gone, and I don't think so we can join it again. Only the drivers will be racing there, but I don't think so we can join the lobby now. It just kicks off the spectators and you cannot spectate.
God. Why for us like this?
Oh, they also got kicked out. Oh no, it's you.
No,
who
they are
had-
still racing, I think.
Yeah,
I
they
hope
are still racing, but I think the lobby is gone here. Yes, it is gone. We cannot join the lobby anymore. Well, GG Codemasters, you did it again.
I
I will ask
oh my god.
one of the coordinators to give me some, input on who gets the race win and capture the last screenshot. Let me just message uh, the people in the race. Well, there we have it. Codemasters does it again. We cannot do anything than to wait, and we'll have the result for the next 4-5 laps.
Okay, so are the guys still racing?
I
That's what
think
I want to know.
so.
Or did they also get kicked out?
I think they are still racing. I'm not sure.
This seems a very weird bug.
Yeah, I think DJ has also been kicked out.
Yeah, I mean DJ has been on and off in the lobby. Has been having some connection issues. So I don't really know what's going on with him.
Yes, I will inform one of the guys to take. Okay. So this would mean we can't even run our telemetry anymore. I will try restarting my Steam, although I know it's pretty much useless because last time this happened to uh, Casey in the Austria race, and it basically did not come back ever again. So only the drivers kept on driving, but we did not had any POV from our side. So let me just see if I can relaunch Steam and look at if we can get back into the game.
This is just highly unfortunate.
Okay, meanwhile, let's read through the comments what our community has to think about the game, because I'm too until I try to join back. I have some time, which I can spend. Even you are not able to join, correct?
Nope. Nothing. Even I can't even close it because I'm the host. I don't want to bug it even more.
Yeah,
So.
don't close it. You just keep it
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
still there. It's still there.
Yeah, you just keep it like that. Are you still the lobby host?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, just keep it like that till the race gets over. At least the lobby won't get glitched. So we can
Yeah,
have
let's just
final.
hope that the drivers have a good experience over there. I mean,
Yeah,
that's the most we want. We don't want to complicate this even further for our drivers.
we do.
It will be one big mess for the coordinators as well.
I am pretty sure they will be banging their head now, because we won't get any data from the game anymore, because the telemetry was run by me, and I don't think DJ was running the telemetry, and no one else has the telemetry running. So, and the DJ has been kicked out of the session as well. So we have to sit and manually make the race results after this race is over. So coordinators work is increasing, but just don't leave the lobby. We hope that they don't get a glitch and they can still stay.
And we've got couple mentioning in the comments what's going on there, being our eyes. Soham is in P3 and P9 is having 6 seconds of penalty apparently. And he's saying that Berlin and Cuba are fighting like crazy. And we are missing out all the action.
Yes. The sad part is we can't even join the game on someone. Let's see if it works now, because it's just not allowing me to join the session no matter what. Yeah, this bug was there in 2018, 2019. I don't think so it was there in this game, but we do see that yes, this bug is still there. We cannot join this session. Yes, so it is what it is, people. We will have to wait for some more time till the race gets over, and we will show you the final finishing order, but sadly we can't show you the final battle because Codemasters has decided not to allow us to do the same. Big sad news for SSJ Assassin as well, who got disconnected from the race because of his internet issue, I believe, and is no more able to join the lobby, because if you leave the race right now, you cannot join back into the lobby. That's what has happened to this lobby. It's lucky that Deepak is still the host, and the drivers would not be getting any glitches, but we won't get a chance to see the last 5 battles, if I'm 5 laps, if I'm not wrong, 5 or 4 laps.
Yeah, I think we saw until lap 24, but the last 4 laps we couldn't see.
Yes.
And yeah, Kapil is providing updates on the comments for
Yes.
people, so he's providing text commentary for everyone to watch.
Yes, so everyone just head over to the live feed to just get a view of what exactly is happening.
So far the updates are Neon is the fastest lap, 1 minute 33.6. And Berlin and Soham has been fighting and pushing everyone off track, and Cuba Rabi has moved up to P4.
Okay.
And final lap battle, Soham, Cuba are equal on penalties.
So Soham, Cuba, Berlin will definitely fall down, as I remember he had a lot of penalties on his name, so he will definitely fall
Berlin
down.
had 11 seconds last time we see.
Okay, that makes sense. KG wins the US GP, Pinan is P2. So Kapil has given us the final, result.
Yes.
So that's our P1 and P2. I think P3 would be taken by.
Yeah, we just have to wait for everyone to cross the line.
Yeah.
I hope he is telling.
Okay, so
And as he
Soham.
crosses the line, his game crashes. Oh God.
Okay, yeah. So it's the same glitch as as what we expected in the last time when Casey was hosting in Austria, and we got the exact same glitch, P1 and P2. So we are expecting the same glitch, but we do have a rough idea of who are our, not rough, exact idea who got the podium. So we have we'll try getting those people into the commentary box. So we have Soham Day with a P3 drive, will be moved here soon. Apart from that, P1 brilliant drive from KG. After a long time, he has got into the finishing position, and I think P2 was Pinan, so a much deserved win for Pinan as well, since he was having a streak of bad luck from the past couple of races. So hopefully he will be happy with his podium finish in this race as itself. But why don't you start off with Soham Day till I bring in the other two drivers in?
Yeah. Hello, Soham Day. Can you hear us?
Hi, Deepak.
Yeah, hi. Congratulations on your podium, and it's a shame that we couldn't show it on the stream because the game decided to kick us out, the spectators.
Yeah,
So can you just walk us through what happened in the final 3-4 laps?
Towards the final part of the race, I was actually defending P3 from Berlin, not KG, Cuba Ravi and one other guy, I think. So that was the case. Like one point, I was side by side with Cuba Ravi, but actually managed to hold on to that place. So that was basically at that point, I was thinking that finally I got a podium chance after a long time. So that was gone, but it was like good battle. Like we were side by side for around 3-4 corners, I think, but ultimately held on to it. So yeah, literally
Man,
towards the end, it was very, very intense.
Yeah, the way you're telling it, it's just making us, so much feel bad that we couldn't see all those action going on the track. Must have been really fun race for you. So, congratulations again on the podium.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
We do have other two drivers as well. Meanwhile, I'm trying to get a snip of the final finishing order so that at least our viewers can know who finished where. Till then, why don't you continue with the interviews? I will try getting a snip of the final.
Sure. Okay, let's go with the P2, Pinan. Hello, Pinan. Can you hear us?
Hi, yeah, I can.
Yeah. Hi. So finally a podium. How does it feel?
Well, it feels good after like a couple of unlucky races. So I
Yeah,
maybe could have
definitely.
challenged the win, but I think KG made a mistake on lap 25, and then I looked at the delta dropping and I missed my apex and I lost a lot of time. So I
Okay,
think I could
okay.
have challenged for the win as well.
Yeah, definitely the Renault boys, both you and Erock having some really good quali runs, but could not really convert into the race. Finally, happy to see you guys converting into a podium. Uh, and there was one interesting tire choice from you. Like you stuck with the hearts for some time. Can you explain us through that strat what you were thinking at that point of time?
Yeah, I just didn't think that the mediums would last to the end because I wasn't too confident in my tire management skills, so I just pitted for the hards just to be the safer option. But I think KG like made it work really well for him by pitting for the mediums. He had the good pace and decent tire management to make it to the end.
Great, great, really great. Uh, so you had what 3 seconds of penalties, if I'm right?
No, I had 6 towards the end, and the last one was because of a mistake I made on lap 25.
Yeah. So like basically we couldn't really see what happened at the last 4 laps. So were those penalties actually causing any troubles for you, like at the closing stage?
I think if I hadn't got the second 3-second penalty for track limits,
Huh?
I could have gotten into the 5-second window of KG, and Kuzi I think had 8 seconds of penalties, so I could have won the race that ways. But yeah, apart from
Uh
that, I don't think there was much.
yeah, that was really close. That was really close. But still P2 is no mean feat considering all the ups and downs in the race. So good luck and hopefully hopefully the Renault boys, you and Eo get a good return in the form after this. So,
Yeah.
yeah, good luck. Congratulations on your podium. All right, moving on to a race winner, KG. KG, can you hear us? Can you speak?
I think, as usual, he will just type it out
Yeah, he's
somewhere.
gonna type. He's gonna type. Okay. All right, man. So you had 8 seconds of penalty. So what were your thoughts through the final laps?
We will wait for him to respond. Meanwhile, I am not able to get the timing sheet because apparently the lobby crashed for everyone as soon as they crossed the line.
Yeah,
So,
this is definitely gonna complicate for the coordinators. I really feel bad for
so,
BJ and Highlight.
so we will have to ask people where they finished actually, one by one,
Yeah,
and
hopefully people recorded their sessions.
yeah, hopefully they recorded their sessions. But that's the only way we can confirm who finished where, because the lobby was glitched. But we do have our top three here. I think. Just have a look at tier 3 chat. Maybe KG would have
Yeah,
responded there.
KG is telling that he was trying to make a 5 second gap, but later Pinan also got a penalty, so he took it easy at the end. Okay, that really played into your hands. I think the additional 3 seconds from Pinan. But again, KG, like that was really good to see you again at the front. I think you were having a string of bad lucks, continuously like crashing out in the quali and having some bad races. So, how does it feel to be on the top step of the podium after such a long gap? And we've got some comments in T3 chat
Just a
asking for a
judgment.
voice reveal. Yeah, he's saying that he had a good feeling about that and had a good battle with Erock as well. Yeah. So yeah, congratulations on your win, KG. Hopefully, like I said to Pinan, this I hopefully think that you'll be back to your form, and we really need to see some good battles up top, and I really hope you guys can deliver on that in the coming few weeks. So yeah, good luck and congratulations to all the podium finishers. That was a really good race.
Yes, so definitely congratulations to everyone. KG, you should look into that, selling your wheel and getting a mic. Good option
Yes.
it is. Because we all want to hear your voice. But yeah, bad show from Codemasters indeed, not giving us the final glimpse of the race, the past 4 laps. But hopefully it will be sorted out in the next race. But apart from that, a brilliant drive from all our podium finishers, a brilliant race, and finally a dry race for our Tier 3 boys. So that's it for Tier 3 and for from my side and from Deepak's side as well. We will sign off now, and we will do tune in for the Tier 2 race here at the same track in USA at 8 p.m. today night, and we'll see you there. Right now, I think the coordinators will be scratching their head on whom on the race result, but yes, so that work will start in the background. But thank you all for watching, and good evening to everyone.